Hello and welcome back to Blythe Business News. For this edition, I'm joined by Ryan McDermott, who is Chief Executive of Phoenix Copper. Phoenix, listed in London on the AIM market with a market capitalization of around £35 million and a ticker of PXC. And for international viewers, also listed on the OTC market in the USA with a ticker there of PXCLF. Ryan, welcome back on the program. This summer's drilling program kicked off in June. Please tell us how it's going so far and how you're planning to advance it before the end of the year.
You bet. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, so we had a core rig arrive on site in early June. We've been drilling metallurgical samples for ATS testing since that time. We've finished about 6 holes to date. Drilling is going slowly. There are supply chain challenges that we have, as well as staffing, but we are getting the samples that we need. Good news, we managed to arrange a second drill rig, which will be here the middle of September. That rig will be assigned to the Red Star area. We'll only have the rig for about a month, but with any luck, we'll be able to knock out 10 or 12 drill holes and increase our knowledge of that area, with another drilling season. And then the other thing I want to mention, we have prepaid or placed a retainer on a drill rig for Navarre Creek for May of next year. As you probably gathered, it's difficult finding drill rigs, so we're fortunate to do that. So we'll be geared up and ready to go at Navarre next year.
Yeah, there does seem to be globally a scarcity of drill rigs. So well done on getting that one locked in. And as you say, that gives you a program rolling forward through this year and into next. Now, I think 2 of the issues that investors are going to be very keen to hear about are going to be financing and permitting. Let's start with financing. You've announced in June you're launching a bond issue, seeking to raise a minimum of $60 million. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going well. We've generated a lot of interest. There is a lot of market volatility right now. Obviously, the price of copper, for one, we've seen swings of 30 or 35% in the last 3 months. That obviously raises concerns with people, and a volatility of everything else, from diesel fuel to sulfuric acid to structural steel. However, people remain excited about the bond issuance. The book is still open, and we will provide an update as soon as we can.
Okay, thanks for that. Now let's just look at the permitting. I know that you're in the process of permitting an open pit in Idaho. Give us a quick update on how that's going.
Yeah, you bet. So we initiated the permitting process on the open pit a year ago, June, submitting an initial plan of operations. We are updating that plan as we further our engineering and feasibility studies. It's on track. There are no issues. It's a process. I get asked a lot, when will that be done, and when will we have a permit in hand? There is no statutory time frame for this sort of permitting in the United States. The process takes as long as it takes. The key takeaway here is that we haven't identified any significant impacts that will slow the process down. We just have to go through the steps to make sure it's done right, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Okay. You mentioned the word takeaway. I'm going to come back to you on takeaways because regular viewers know that you're there in Idaho. You've got gold, you've got copper, you've got a variety of very exciting metals and minerals. You've got an enormous area that you're looking at. What's the key takeaway for investors and viewers as we sit here today looking at Phoenix?
You bet. The key takeaway is we have a viable copper deposit. Copper is an incredibly important mineral or metal here, especially to help drive the EV market, which we're going to see an increase in demand. We've already started to see an increase, but here in the short term, a significant increase as the world continues to build electric cars and the transmission networks or the power to charge those cars. So we're in a good position to contribute to that market, and we're excited.
Okay, so demand for the red metal, demand for copper is going to keep on growing, and you're in the right place for that market. Ryan, thanks for joining us today. That was Ryan McDermott, Chief Executive of Phoenix Copper. As I said, Phoenix Copper listed in London on the AIM market, PXC, and also on the OTC market in North America, PXCLF. That's it from Blythe Ray Business News for this edition. Thanks for watching.